Hey guys, my name is Magnetico and welcome to my playthrough of Blade for the Game Boy Color. This is a game that came out in the year 2000, super late into the Game Boy Color's lifetime, but it also came out around the same time as the PlayStation 1 version did as well. So I am super excited to play this. This is again a game that takes place in the movie universe of Blade, but it is its own side story, it is its own adventure. It's exactly like the PlayStation 1. Again, it's not related to the PlayStation 1, it's just its own thing altogether, fitted for the Game Boy Color. This is exclusive to the Game Boy Color. You're not able to play this game on the Game Boy Pocket or DMG or anything like that. This is a Game Boy Color game only. So I am super pumped to play it. If you guys are here, please let me know in the comments below what your experience with this game is, if you've ever played it, or you know what your thoughts on it as I play through it. I will talk about it more as we play through the game. If you guys are watching this first, thank you so much for being a Patreon member, and if you guys are watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for being a subscriber. If you're neither, please consider doing either or. It really helps me out and it really helps me pump out these videos. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's begin Blade. Looks like it's that time of day again. You're heading out? Then take this map. You'll need it. It shows where they have bases around the city. The level number shows how strong they are in each location. The word is, they even have an armed military force now. They're big, crazy, armed bloodsuckers, so watch out. And use your head. Your every step affects the mission. Make the right choices, and we can stop these suckers cold. But one wrong move, and you'll be in for a very rough ride. And Blade, watch your back. So here's the map. It does let us start with whatever level we want to start with, but we're definitely going to start with level 1. I know you're in here. No sense hiding. Your smell is enough to make me sick. So come on out and die. So this is what I like to call the shooting gallery level. And not all the levels are like this. This whole game is not based just on you shooting enemies that are coming from the left, right, up, and down. Trust me. At first I was like, yo, what the heck is this? But this is just part of it. So every base, every level has 3 sections to it. It has a shooting gallery section, it has a beat 'em up section, and it also has the boss fight, essentially. And all the levels do it in a different kind of order. Like this one is shooting gallery, beat 'em up section, boss battle. Then there's a level that does I forget what it is. I think it's beat 'em up, boss battle, and then the shooting gallery. So it can do it in any order. It just kind of changes it up on you a little bit. But this is definitely the easiest one because all the enemies are basically coming down from like a hallway, or an alley, I should say. So that makes them very easy to shoot. This is just an introductory level to what you're going to be dealing with later on, but it does get much harder than this, for sure. Alright, shoot him here. I think that's it. Dope. So the score definitely does matter. Typically I don't care about high scores, but in this game I do because it gives you more experience, and I'll talk about how to spend that later. But it looks like we got all the enemies, no objects were thrown, which means we didn't give it enough time to stay on screen for them to throw something at us, which you can ricochet with your gun, but if they do have time to throw something at you, it actually lowers your points. For every item you ricochet, you'll get 10 points, as opposed to the 400 for just not letting them do it. Looks like we beat this in under... The serum is like your timer, essentially. We didn't use a shotgun, which is kind of like your weapon that takes care of all the enemies on screen, I believe. I have yet to use it on the shooting gallery, and it looks like we made this without getting scratched once, so that's pretty good. I'll take it. Alright, so these are the enemies. This is the beat 'em up section here. Typically I'll do my 1, 2, 3, which is just the A button for you to punch. There is no jump button for this. There is a jump move that you can do, but I don't really use it. What are these documents? Not much from the looks of it. Better have Whistle check them out though. And what is this? A key? Might come in handy later. Looks like someone left in a big hurry. You found an ordinary room key. Let's get out of here. I'm actually stunned by how detailed these levels are. I was playing this a couple warm-up rounds on the Game Boy Color, and man, these levels are actually super detailed. So, details you wouldn't even notice on the small screen, but I am playing this on the Game Boy interface with the GameCube right now, and the RetroTink 4K with the component cable. So this is how I'm able to make this look the way it does. So hopefully you guys are enjoying it. Let's hop into this next room here. This enemy typically doesn't pop in here unless you're doing well, which means we're doing okay. I'll take it. Yo, get back here. Yeah, we want to fight as many enemies as possible so we get more points. Yeah, like I said, typically I go with the 1, 2, 3. If you press up, down, it'll do the kick. Actually, that was down. Is it down B? No, that's block. B is block. So I think I pressed accidentally down, up, B. Down, up, block to do the spin kick. That's the move I don't use a lot. But if you press down A, which is down punch, it does this really strong abdomen move, which I really like to stick with. I'll do it right now. No, that's the uppercut. It's up B, or up punch, I'm sorry. So, there we go, that's the one. I am not a master at this game, okay? I am not gonna sit here and pretend I'm gonna do this and get all the points imaginable. I will suffer through some of these levels. That is a fact. But this abdomen punch is probably my favorite one. It does a lot of damage. It really does. Yeah. Just destroying people with the abdomen punch. Up A, up A. Alright. Look at that. It's melting them. I'm gonna enjoy killing you, Blade. You can enjoy trying, scum. Man, the shit talking right off the bat. One of the things I do not enjoy about this game is that the text was very obviously not made for our larger screen. So it's kind of hard to read. What is this? I don't know if it's like the blurriness of the text or what it is. You now possess the second talisman. But it is hard for me to read, and I can read. I promise. Like you guys saw me play Resident Evil. I read all the documents. Okay, I can read. I promise. But for some reason, that text just being enlarged to that size is just like, it's crazy. I can't read it that well. It's no secret why you're here, Blade. There's something you're looking for down in the second floor base storage room, correct? Too bad you're not gonna get there. Guess you won't be leaving this room alive. Well, I wasn't looking for it, but now I am, sir. Thank you for telling me what I shouldn't look for, so I can look for it. Oh god. Help. Help. This guy's strong. Nah, he's not that strong. I'm gonna get him here. There we go. You now possess a decorated key. So if you parry, or if you block at the exact moment when they attack you, you'll hear that little ding move, and that means you can counter with a very strong attack. You now possess the third talisman. This is definitely worth grabbing. I am doing this because it does unlock a secret level, and the more levels we have, the more experience we can collect, which means we can definitely use that experience to level up Blade, and I'll explain that once we get there. But I am just dashing through these levels at this point because there's no enemies. They don't respawn or anything to avoid you collecting too much experience points. But it looks like we haven't been here yet, so let's go ahead and get these guys. Come on. Abdomen punch. Abdomen punch. Ooh, that guy was about to hit me. They're kind of aggressive. Typically my health is not this low. But maybe it's just the screen size too, like it's kind of throwing me off a little bit. Definitely threw me off during the shooting section. Because changing the screen size from a Game Boy Color, a tiny Game Boy Color screen to this. But man, this game is detailed. Look at all the cracks on the wall, like that. All of that was just completely unnecessary. I'm actually impressed. And I said it during the intro, but this game is exclusive to the Game Boy Color only. Like you won't be able to play this on any of the other versions of the Game Boy. You! What? How did you get that talisman? I'm starting to believe that there's more to you than meets the eye. I'll remember you, Blade. Count on it, punk. So, they're scared of these things. A hidden area has been revealed on the map. Cool. So yeah, we got the extra enemies because we did pretty decent. The serum is kind of low, but it looks like we still got about 2,200 points, so that's pretty good. So let's go home. Let's go ahead and spend some of those points. We'll go to the workshop. The items is kind of all the items you picked up throughout the game. Information. We got a hidden level. Battle gear. So the ammo. The higher you go in the levels, the higher the level is at a base, I should say. the tougher the enemies are. So it will require you to have a higher level of ammo damage, okay? So this is for the shooting gallery sections. The sword is for the boss battles. The swords, it is only used for the boss battles, but the stronger your sword is, the easier you can fall one of the bosses. Armor is you'll take less damage throughout the game. I don't really use it. My excuse is because you just gotta get good, don't get hit. Kung Fu is for the beat 'em up sections, so the more higher level this is, the easier it is for you to punch them to death and, you know, move on through the level, so the more damage you do. And the serum actually slows down the timer at the top right of the screen. If you notice there's a timer up there, the lower it is, the less points you get, but this serum, having a higher level slows it down, so by the end of the level, you have more points. So typically what I worry about first is Kung Fu. And just so I can do the beat 'em ups, then I'll worry about sword. Level 3, ammo, level 3. And whatever I have left over, I'll typically put towards the serum. That's the strategy I've been following. It's been working okay for me so far. So now we'll move on to level number 2, which is the subway. Coast looks clear. No chance of being sucker punched. I mean, look at how detailed that is. That freaking train, not even necessary. I love it, dude. I think it's so cool. I'm really impressed by this game. Oh, didn't mean to dash, but I'll take it. Alright. See, I am just melting these dudes at this point. Like, they're just getting punched maybe twice, and they're already getting sent to their death. Look at that. Boom. Boom. Good night, sir. I'm gonna stab him, do a finisher. I don't do those very often, but they're kind of fun. It looks like we're in the tunnel now. Okay, this is a new enemy here. They're actually kind of tough, so typically I try to get rid of them as quickly as possible. I'll do the abdomen punch. Ah! There we go. If I see them about to attack, I typically block, because they do massive damage if they can hit you with that second knife hit. So I try to be very careful when it comes to them. We actually fought this guy during the first level, this particular palette color of this enemy. That's all they do in this game. It's a Game Boy Color game, so you guys gotta consider in order to make the game or the enemies tougher, they just change the palette color. So this is the one we dealt with in one of the rooms, and as you can see, he's a lot easier now that we leveled up our Kung Fu. Definitely easier. There's another knife dude here. Let's get him stuck in a corner. There we go. Looking good. Perfect. Oh, is that it? Ah, wait! Please, don't kill me. I'm not one of them. I'm just a regular human like you. Let's cut a deal. You choose to help him. You don't have to, but I do, because it does unlock a secret level in this game. And again, more levels equals more experience, so we'll help them. Alright. Oh, thank God. Let me repay you. I can give you information. And this, you now possess the first talisman. A hidden level has been revealed on the map. Alright, now get out of here. Blah. I love it. Boss. I remember a boss. Lots of points, though. I'll take it. Come out. Come out wherever you are. Alright, so there's another shooting section. And if we would have kept our gun at level 1, it would have taken a few more hits to kill these guys. Oh, damn it. That guy launched something. So that means that I'll get the points for the ricochet, but I won't get 400 points. That sucks. Oh, well, that's okay. We still got this. Yeah, as you can see, the level is definitely wider, so it takes you a little bit longer to get to the left or the right when it comes to the shooting gallery. And I didn't mention this before, but in order for you to shoot the guys that are further away, you press A, and in order to shoot the guys that are near you, you shoot with B. So you kind of have to learn to switch between them as they come at you here. It took me a second to get used to it, but now it's pretty automatic now. Once they start throwing some of the other enemies like bats and stuff like you'll see it when they come. It gets a little bit tougher. I kind of get my fingers kind of mixed up sometimes, and that's when things go sour. You'll see it. You'll see me panic. Happens every time. Looks like we did okay. Alright, we got all the enemies, but at the objects, man, I wish I would have gotten to 400. Perfect health, though. I see you've acquired one of the talismans. How? It doesn't matter. I'll just have to take it from you. Come and get it. So, in order for you to introduce you to this first boss that I typically fight, I can tell you right now, this guy is awful. He is so hard. If you don't block, he will melt you. I mean, that's just a fact. That's just what he does. He's a son of a bitch. I try to corner them as much as possible, and if I can, that's when I usually do the most damage, but eventually he'll break free. Or not. There we go. So I'll just wait for him. Dude, I should have gone for him. But I didn't. Yeah, I got greedy there for a second. There we go. Get him. Get him. There we go. We got him. So that's the boss battle, and I'll talk about it here in a second now that we're done. I was just kind of focused on it. You're not as weak as you look. But know this, Daywalker. Those ignorant scientists are the ones who will revive our leader. Thanks to their research, our restoration shall go quite smoothly. The head of their team is now safely in our custody. If you don't believe me, go to Chinatown and see for yourself. Ugh. You now possess the second ancient emblem. Oof, I did not do well. Yeah. Boss battles is where I get the least amount of points. Well, let's go.